It's Christmas night and everybody...
Hello my dears, welcome back to my corner of the internet. Today I thought I would talk about some ways to help deal with stress and take care of yourself during the holidays. If you're anything like me, you're already in full-on holiday planning mode, and it can get a bit overwhelming. And some people find the holidays difficult because of that. And I just thought I'd share some ideas for things that work for me or have worked for me in the past in the hopes that maybe they would help you as well. So, where to begin? And I wanted to do this now before December comes, because once December comes, I'm going to be doing Vlogmas, and I'm going to be in full-on crazy person mode at that time. So I just thought we'd get this done now, so it doesn't get lost in all the madness. So, things that I like to do to help relieve stress or just bring me back to a place of calm where I feel like I can deal with things again is I love to read, as you know from my book talk videos. But I also love to read, aside from like novels and things that are just very calming and peaceful, things that make me feel good. So I find the biggest thing you can do, and this will tie in with the reading in a second, I find, is put time aside for yourself. Whether that's 10 minutes a day where you can just go, close the door, and be alone. And so oftentimes as like moms, especially women in general as well, just anyone, you sometimes get that feeling of guilt when you try to take time for yourself because you feel like you're taking time away from other people that need you. When the reality of the matter is, by taking that bit of time away for yourself, you're making yourself a better version of yourself available to those people once you come back. So I guess that's the biggest thing. Take time guilt-free for yourself. Whether that's to just sit in your room in the quiet alone for 10 minutes, whether that's to go take a bath, whether that's to tell everyone, sorry guys, I'm leaving for an hour. Take yourself out for lunch or for a coffee, or go do some Christmas shopping without kids attached to you. And you'll come back feeling a bit more renewed than when you left. So, like I was saying with the books, I love to just close the door for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, however much time you have, and read something that's going to make you feel good. One of my favorites for that is, I think I've mentioned this before, and it's called Alchemy of the Heart by Michael Brown. And this is one of the best books I have ever purchased. I've had it for a while now, and it just talks about, in a very gentle, healing kind of way, ways to change any negative feelings you're feeling into positive feelings. And that goes from in the moment frustration, but even into bigger issues that you might have from the past or whatever. So whatever you need at the time, I think you could definitely find it in here. And it just talks about how real transformation takes place and how it's sometimes not in the ways we think it is. And the chapters are, or the not chapters, but the sections are very short. So like you can take a few minutes to yourself and just read a little section. Every page is just delightful. And he is, like I said, there's a softness to it. It's not preachy or judgy or anything like that. It's just soft and it's nice. And I really love it. So if you ever find yourself able to read that, do. But if not, there's tons of other options out there. Just find something that makes you feel good, that you can sit with and just read and take in what you're reading. Another thing that I love to read is poems. I love poems because they're short, and if you need just something short to read, poems work. And this book of poems was the first I think the first gift my husband, then boyfriend, ever gave me. It was a Christmas gift almost 15 years ago, and it feels fitting to mention today because the author of it just passed away over the weekend, and that is Stranger Music by Leonard Cohen. If you follow me on social media at all, you've seen my posts, no doubt, about Cohen's passing, and he's just such a gifted poet. So yeah, the poems, this is poems and song lyrics. It's not always the most uplifting, but just the beauty of it is enough sometimes to refill me, if you will. So yeah, that's my top 2 suggestions. Take time alone. Find something that makes you feel good to read, and read it. The final thing that is something that works a lot for me is also, if you're taking that time to yourself, try meditation if you haven't tried it already. Or even if you have tried it and you kind of sometimes feel like, oh, I don't have time for that, when really we're still using the time. And it's just, it can be put into the time. And, some people are great at meditating on their own without any assistance, and in time, you'll be able to do that well. But if you're just starting out, and if maybe your mind's a little too active and you need help focusing it, there are some really great apps that you can download to just help focus you and guide you in that area. I wrote down the names. I have them on my iPad, but I can never remember the names. The first one's called Take a Break, and it's guided meditations. So there's music and then words to listen to, and it's great. The second is called Meditation Timer, and that's just like it sounds like. It's got a little clock that's ticking down, so when it's over, it'll let you know in a gentle way, nothing too loud. I hate that when you're meditating and then whether it's the phone or a knock at the door, just some other loud noise, it's a very startling. But yeah, so the meditation timer, again, it's just really soothing sounds, and then it lets you know so you don't end up, falling asleep or going for longer than you had anticipated. And then there's another app, it's just called Relaxing Melodies Seasons. And this one's so great because you can there's all different kinds of buttons, and you can customize what you want to be listening to, whether that's rain or whale noises, which whale noises I find surprisingly relaxing. Even though at first you're kind of like, wow, that's a little bit much, but I find them so relaxing. You can have fireplace, wind, rustling leaves. There's just a ton of different sounds. And plus, where this one is seasons, they also have Christmas sounds. So if you want to just kind of lock yourself away and just listen to some Christmas sounds without being in the middle of the hustle and bustle, you can do that as well. So those are just some ideas, some ways to help. You care for yourself during the holidays. We get so wrapped up in the places we've got to be and the shopping we've got to do, and that's not what it's all about. It's just, well, the places we got to be, oftentimes that is what it is about. Being with your families and friends and the people that you love. But don't let what should be such a joyful season become stressful or too stressful. It's always a little stressful, but don't let it be too stressful or too overwhelming for you. So hopefully you find something within this video that can help you. And one other thing, if you've made it this far into the video, I'm curious if you would like to receive a Christmas card from me. I started writing my Christmas cards last night, and there's so many of you wonderful ladies that I've met here on YouTube that I would love to send Christmas cards to. So if you would like to receive a Christmas card from me, send me a message here or on Instagram even. Instagram tends to have a bit more of a reliable private message system than YouTube does. But yeah, just let me know, and I would love to send one out to you. And that's it for today, you guys. I hope your weekend was good, and that all is well. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday with another book talk video. Bye, guys.